Hi and welcome to the market alert for Thursday, the 27th of August 2020. So global stocks hit a record high, gold spikes ahead of Powell's speech, which is today. So that makes everything awesome. When we know, of course, this is not the case. This is sarcasm at its best. But let's have a look at yesterday's trades to start with. And let me just wind back the tape, as they say in the film industry, to the beginning of yesterday morning, and we can see that prices had traded to the close. Let me just move this forward a bit more. There we go. Yeah, so prices are traded down from the close and below the 200 MA after I completed the market alert yesterday. You can see them buying back in. Look at this huge volume here in this one bar, and then we're followed by two other green bars there, and the market then moving back to the 200 MA where you see the selling there, and then prices coming back to have a look at the 200 MA there. So let's fast forward, see what happens. Prices move lower, and then the market opens and they sell off. Where did they sell off to? The low. And this is what I keep saying, watch the low and the high of these bars for potential areas of massive support and buying, and that's precisely what we see there. Two bars, and then immediately it's back above the 5-bar moving average. We get further buying, and then straight through the BRN there to the 20-bar moving average. And just look at all of this green volume here. So this is designed to engineer traders to get on the wrong side, to go short, and then the market is brought back, and prices trade up to the 200 bar moving average. They close through this, and it's then stuck at the close until prices can break through and trade towards the DP level there, which you see at the moment, and then prices become sideways. And eventually, as I'm looking at, if I can just do this, looking at the daily chart, I want to see if we've got a chance of getting back to the 89, also the previous day's high, and prices trade to the DP level and then trade sideways there. So I'm going to fast forward now as the market's going sideways. I can see they're up to the DP, then we have some potential weakness, and then you can see that that weakness is also the same volume as the previous bar, but its range is far less, which means that there is some selling pressure. So prices then show a red bar for the MDI, green bar, red bar, as prices become sideways. And then we see in this bar as well, prices came off the low here. So as prices were moved to the downside, they were brought back for one bar, then the selling resumes, and prices then find a bit of support. And again, banging its head against the 200, breaks through the 200, and then we have a potential buy signal there. The prices trade through the entry to the DP level. This needs to be taken out, and what I've done is drawn in the resistance from this bar here, because I can see that we've got a lot of selling here. This needs to be taken out if prices are to move higher. Prices come back, they sit, manage to close back above the BRN, the 5-bar moving average, and once again through the 5-bar moving average, and then trade back up to the scalp, and you'll see prices eventually drive through. And now the stop is at break even. Again, we've got some potential weakness coming into the market here, which is generally an indication that we're towards the end of the move. Bit of buying after, but then out of the trade as prices come back below the 5-bar moving average there. But again, triggered by this, even though there's some additional buying there, it just runs out of steam, and prices start to come back. And then you'll see prices drifting sideways to lower there. Then in the afternoon, the market had traded above the DP and the 200 bar moving average, so I know where I am here. We're stuck at this psychological level, the market's below the 20 bar moving average. It's now sitting at the DP. Let me just go back towards the DP and the 200 MA. And there I'm looking at the daily chart. I want to see where I am in the bigger picture. I can see that prices have attempted to move higher. Still not near the 89% retracement in the daily chart. A lot of support here coming in. However, as prices trade sideways, some selling comes in, and the weakness then sees prices test the DP level. You can see it going through here, down to the BRN, down to the close, and then this bar here, again, notice the volume, and down at the level here where we've got the previous support in the market as well. So price is trading down to this level, and then starting to move back with the Dow prices sideways, getting above the DP, getting above the 200 MA, and then we get a potential buy signal. And I'll just fast forward through this. Prices come back to the 200 MA, they go back through, and then they continue to move higher and trade up to this potential weakness. And again, look at the size of the volume in this bar, and it's at this point you'll see an exit from the trade. Then got the crude oil news, which came out, and then prices just traded sideways and in a range, no further signals thereafter. But what was interesting is that prices did move higher after the 4 o'clock end, and traded all the way back up. As you'll see here, you've got the high here, where eventually prices did make its way to there. You can just see, getting to the high. So let's have a look at the overnight and the daily chart, see what's going on. Let's start off with the daily chart. Always like to see the bigger picture, see where we're trading. Let's just shrink a few things down here, get a bit more space on the charts, and drag this over to the left so we can see where we are. So yesterday the market going through the previous day's high, and we're also sitting now at the 89% retracement from this high to this low. The next upside target is the high to the left, where we saw the selling coming into the market. So at the moment prices are sideways to higher, but let's see how that reflects in a smaller time frame and have a look at the overnight. So prices kicking off at here we go. So let's shrink down everything, see where we are. So the prices have been struggling with the 200 MA in the early hours of the morning, and just move this over to the left and trading down towards the DP there. You can see the spikes in green there as we approach it, and at the moment we're trading above the DP but finding problems with the close of yesterday. You can see the high is only a matter of about 70 points away there, and if we do this, let's just have a look, see where the low is. It should be quite a distance away. It is. It's 50 over 150 points, nearly 200 points away for the low. So if they want to keep the market moving to the upside, then the low is certainly out of favour today. You'd probably be looking, actually, to be honest with you, at this area here, which is the 78% and the 5 bar moving average, if prices did move to the downside there. Quick look at the Dow. This is the daily chart of the Dow, not moving as much as the DAX actually. The volatility has picked up really nicely in the DAX, which is what we're hoping for this week and should continue. Certainly after next week. It's a bank holiday Monday here in the UK, and it's also, I think it's the Labor Day celebrations in the US. So all markets closed on Monday, last bank holiday of the year. Then it's sort of everybody back to work the day after, and that's when the volatility really starts to pick up. So the Dow, you can see the uptrend there again in the monthly chart and in the weekly chart, heading back to those all-time highs for this market. One other thing to look at as well is the dollar. This remains sideways, but slightly weaker, back below the 20 bar moving average for the last couple of days as well. Need to take out the 92.51 low. Also the low that we see here as well. And the reason I'm looking at this is because obviously the metals markets are inversely related, and we want to see prices break through this in order to send the silver price to the upside there. So we're looking for a break below both of these levels, particularly the 92.105 level. So let's get rid of this line and save this for future reference. And speaking of the metals markets, we've got the daily chart of silver. Price is still in a bit of a sideways move at the moment. Picked up yesterday. Didn't manage to get hold of another position yesterday. Came down to 26.07. Got an order to buy just below this level because of this support. And was hoping to get in. It's a shame really, just 7 cents off. And the market then moving back to the upside there. But I'll still keep the order in place just in case we get that pullback. But you can see after the initial move to the upside there, we're in a consolidation phase, which is, bring that back, which is what you expect. You expect this before you then start to hopefully see a break up to the upside and heading towards that psychological $30 per ounce, which is a major psychological level for this market. Okay, let's just have a look at a couple of other things with regards to data. The implied volatility still green, but barely in the Dow, and which indicates that we're going to see some sort of an increase. We're seeing the increase in volatility. We could see a potential shakeout to the downside according to the implied volatility. There's the figures you can see coming off the low of that 1811. We're up to 1961, and again just at that 20 bar moving average. However, prices, the underlying prices are above the 20 bar at the moment. Big news today, we've got everything from 130, so it could be a quiet morning on the DAX, in particular as it's waiting for Powell to speak at 10 minutes past 2, the Johnson Hole 2-day event he's speaking at. So 2:10, I don't know what time he's going to finish, but it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts at 2:30. Pending home sales, and then he's speaking, well, it says there all day actually, now I've spotted it. So from 2:10 all day US time, 2:10 is 9 a.m. in the US. That's a long time to talk. It'll be interesting to see what he has got to say. And then tomorrow he's speaking again tomorrow. It says all day there as well. So yeah, but it's just generally a roundup on the second day, what has been in the past. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is anything else to report, I will let you know. But just be aware that the market may be waiting for Powell to speak at 2:10. Okay, that's it. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.